Hello everybody, my name is Nishka and today I'll be explaining the class 9th Moments chapter number 7, The Last Leaf. The Last Leaf is a story written by O. Henry where we have two friends, Sue and Johnsy. They both are young artists and they live together in a small flat. The story starts off during the month of November where Johnsy falls seriously ill. She gets pneumonia. Sue, being a concerned friend, tries her best to look after Johnsy, to cheer her up and to get her to recover faster, but for some reason nothing works. Apparently, Johnsy had lost all the will to live and thought that she was never going to recover. Even the doctor said that as long as Johnsy does not want to recover, no amount of medicines could help her. Sue tried her best to talk to Johnsy about topics that might interest her, like fashion or beauty, but Johnsy did not respond. She used to lie on her bed and look out the window all the time. One day, when she was looking out her window, Johnsy saw an old ivy tree. The leaves of the tree were falling one by one because it was the autumn season. Um, Johnsy had convinced herself that the day the last leaf would fall, that's when she would die. She shared this thought with her friend Sue, and Sue said that that's nonsense. What does an old ivy tree have to do with your death? Sue begged her dear friend Johnsy to not look out the window, to stop thinking about her death, and to just go to bed since Sue could not draw the curtains because she was painting that day. She was painting an old miner and needed a model, so she chose her downstairs neighbor, Berman. Berman was a 60-year-old painter whose only dream his entire life was to paint a masterpiece. Unfortunately, that dream had not come true yet. So Sue used to talk to Berman about all her problems. She was telling Berman how Johnsy was not eating or drinking anything, how she always had a high temperature, and that how she thought that the day the last leaf would fall, that's when she would die. And Berman said that that's stupid and that she is being idiotic. Sue took Berman to their house, and that's when they checked up on Johnsy. They saw that she was asleep, so they drew the curtains and they went to the other room. That's when they saw that there was only one leaf left on the ivy tree. It was a very rainy and windy day, so the leaf would most probably fall off by next morning. Berman didn't say anything and he left for his house. The next day, when Johnsy woke up, she asked Sue to draw the curtains so that she could take a look at the ivy tree. Sue Sue hesitantly drew the curtains, and that's when they saw that there was still the one leaf left on the tree, and it was as green and as healthy as ever. Even after such a stormy night, the leaf was still there. Johnsy would check on the leaf every single hour and see that it was still there. Even after multiple stormy events, the leaf was still attached to the tree. That's when Johnsy realized how stupid she was being. Her friend Sue was trying so hard to get Johnsy to cheer up, and she had been so depressed and gloomy all this time. She apologized to Sue and told her how she now thought that wanting to die was a sin. That's when the doctor came and told Sue that Johnsy now has the will to live and that she is getting better. But unfortunately, their downstairs neighbor Berman has also caught pneumonia, and that there is no hope for them. The next morning, Sue came to Johnsy and told her about Berman's condition and that how he died. He had been ill for 2 days and that he died this morning. The first night, the janitor found him laying on his bed. His clothes and his shoes were wet, and that he was shivering. He was out the day the last leaf fell. He painted the last. So basically asked Johnsy, "Do you not wonder why the leaf does not move when the wind blows over it?" That's because the night the last leaf fell, that's when Berman drew the last leaf so that Johnsy had something she could live for, hope to live. Berman sacrificed his life for Johnsy. And Berman finally drew that masterpiece he was hoping to draw all his life.